Have you ever wondered why the Israel-Palestine and Russia-Ukraine conflict seem to be an endless circle of tension and strife? These two geopolitical hotspots, each with their unique historical complexities and contemporary challenges, have profound global impacts. Their persistent conflicts not only disrupt the lives of the people directly involved, but also shape international relations, affecting us all, whether we realize it or not. Understanding these conflicts is key to fostering a more peaceful world. In today's video, we delve into the key events over the past year in these two regions. The Israel-Palestine conflict has been marked by significant events in the past year. One of the key moments was the passing of Ahmed Jibril, founder of the pro-Syrian Palestinian guerrilla faction, the Popular Front for the Liberation of Palestine General Command. Known for carrying out attacks in the Middle East and Europe, Jibril's alignment with Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's forces during the Syrian civil war made him a notable figure in the region. His funeral was a somber occasion, attended by relatives, armed factions, Palestinian leaders, and even top officials from Syria's ruling party. Meanwhile, the city of Jerusalem, sacred to Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike, remains a hotbed of tension. Its complex history, shaped by key conflicts and rivalries from King David's conquest to the British occupation during World War I, continues to fuel current disputes. It's a city where faith and fury intersect, and understanding its past is crucial for any hope of a peaceful future. Perhaps one of the most pivotal moments in the past year was the International Criminal Court's ruling that it holds jurisdiction over war crimes committed in the Palestinian territories. Despite objections from Israel, the court based its decision on Palestine's membership in the ICC's founding treaty. This ruling could potentially open the door for a criminal investigation into war crimes committed by both the Israeli Defense Forces and armed Palestinian groups. However, the move sparked controversy, with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu denouncing the decision as pure anti-Semitism, and the United States also objecting to the decision. These events have further stirred the pot of the already tense Israel-Palestine situation, making the path to resolution even more challenging. As the world watches, the question remains, can there be a peaceful resolution that satisfies all parties involved? Or is the region doomed to be a perpetual battleground for years to come? Not too far from the Middle East, another conflict has been brewing, the Russia-Ukraine standoff. Over the past year, the tensions between these two nations have been steadily escalating, with key events painting a picture of potential large-scale conflict. Let's take a step back to April of 2021, when Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky visited the eastern region of Ukraine, known as Donbas. This visit came amid rising concerns over a significant buildup of Russian forces near the border and increased violence in the Donbas region. Russia, on the other hand, claimed the troop movements were purely defensive and denied any plans to intervene. But the tension didn't end there. President Zelensky's call for NATO to outline a path for Ukraine's inclusion was met with criticism from Moscow. As the blame game continued, the violence claimed thousands of lives, including 24 Ukrainian servicemen in that year alone. Fast forward to the end of April, and we saw a slight de-escalation, with Russia announcing the withdrawal of troops from the area near the Ukraine border. President Zelensky welcomed the move, stating that it reduced tension. However, he also emphasized that Ukraine would remain vigilant. The Russia-Ukraine tension has not only had political and social impacts, but also economic ones. Take, for instance, the fall in copper prices in February 2022. The cautious investor sentiment, driven by the escalating tension between Russia and Ukraine, led to a dip in copper prices on the London Metal Exchange. These incidents have heightened global concerns about a potential large-scale conflict between Russia and Ukraine. As we observe the unfolding situation, one thing is clear: the world is closely watching, hoping for peaceful resolutions and stability in the region. These conflicts are not just regional issues. They have significant global impacts. We live in an interconnected world where a spark in one corner can light a fire in another. The Israel-Palestine conflict and the Russia-Ukraine tension are more than regional disputes. They resonate on a global scale, influencing international politics, economies, and societies. The Israel-Palestine conflict has repercussions far beyond the Middle East. It stirs religious sentiments and political alliances worldwide, affecting diplomatic relationships. Economically, the instability in the region impacts global oil prices, which in turn affect the world economy. On the other hand, the Russia-Ukraine tension has cast a long shadow over East-West relations. The geopolitical tug-of-war between Russia and the West has led to economic sanctions on Russia, causing a ripple effect on global markets. The uncertainty in the region poses a threat to the energy security of Europe, as Ukraine is a significant transit hub for Russian gas to Europe. Furthermore, these conflicts have led to humanitarian crises, with people being displaced and lives lost, stirring global empathy and outrage. They also fuel the global refugee issue, a concern that weighs heavily on the international community. Looking ahead, if these conflicts remain unresolved, they could potentially destabilize the global order. The Israel-Palestine conflict could further inflame religious tensions worldwide, while the Russia-Ukraine standoff could reignite a new Cold War, polarizing the world. As we continue to watch these events unfold, it's crucial to understand that the resolution of these conflicts is not just the responsibility of those directly involved, but of the entire global community. Let's take a moment to reflect on what we've covered today. We delved into the complex and enduring conflict between Israel and Palestine, highlighting key events from the past year. From the loss of Ahmed Jibril, founder of the pro-Syrian Palestinian guerrilla group, to the International Criminal Court's ruling on its jurisdiction over the Palestinian territories, we witnessed a diverse range of incidents that continue to shape the region. We also explored the escalating tensions between Russia and Ukraine, understanding how the ongoing conflict in the Donbass region and the fluctuating military presence at the border continue to fuel uncertainty and unease. The repercussions of this conflict extend far beyond the borders of these nations, influencing global politics, economies, and even commodity prices. The importance of resolving these conflicts for the sake of global stability cannot be overstated. But how we get there is a question that continues to challenge world leaders and international organizations alike. While we may not have all the answers, understanding these conflicts is the first step towards advocating for peace and resolution. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. Until next time, stay informed and stay engaged.